You're listening to Tavern Sports Radio Network.
Show me the money! Show me the money!
Show me the money! Welcome back to the Show Me the Money podcast, brought to you by Tavern Sports. A quick recap into last week. We had the final NCAA football game of the year, the NCAA championship. Michigan took home the trophy. That was tough for most of our picks. Almost everybody had bet on Washington, except for your man in the top left corner, Cole Silha.
I'm back, bitches.
Go Big Ten.
He started off the year with a win for the lock of the week, choosing that NCAA championship for Michigan.
1-0.
What, cover? I think you had Michigan covering.
1-0.
Yeah. So he's starting off the year 1-0. I know I'm starting off the year 0-1. I had chose the Ravens, who had a chance to cover and kind of blew it in the last couple of minutes. So Ty hit his golf bet, as degenerate as that was to bet that.
That was hot.
He
So
still,
he- That was cool.
he still hit it.
Do it again.
Parker, did you hit your bet last week?
No, I was Washington.
No, that's right. And then I can't remember what the other two did. But we're gonna move on to this week's upcoming schedule. The NFL, obviously, it is the finally NFL playoffs.
Let's
So,
go.
Happy
Playoff
wild,
football,
Wild
baby.
Card weekend.
happy wild card weekend. The first game of the weekend is tomorrow night, or I guess when this episode comes out, it's going to be tonight. The Browns at Texans. Texans are 2-point favorites. How do we?
No, Browns are 2-point
Or
favorites.
Browns are
on the
2-point
road.
favorites. Okay, so I added the wrong thing. Browns are 2-point favorites. What are we thinking about Joe Flacco being in the playoffs this year?
It's fucking
I
electric.
absolutely love it. I love it.
I don't know.
I love it.
It's electric,
actually,
bro.
just checking the line, this has gone back up to 2.5 for the Browns. So we'll speak on that accordingly. 2.5. Texans, rookie head coach, rookie quarterback getting into the playoffs for the first time since Andrew Luck did it his rookie year with
Colts.
whoever was coaching that team. So interesting. Joe Flacco hasn't played in a playoff game in 5 years.
Yes, hadn't played in an NFL game in 5 years until a couple
Yeah.
months.
No, he was on the Jets last year and stuff, but
Then it
meaningful
plays, that comes
football.
out. Dude has better stats in fucking 4 games of football than most of the quarterbacks in the NFL right now.
Yeah, he has
This
been
man
like-
was built to play football.
he was lighting it up coming off of the couch. All respect to that. And all respect to this Browns defense being lights out all year.
True.
For whatever reason, though, something's pulling me D'Amico Ryans and CJ Stroud's away this weekend, man.
I'm right there.
You
with
know, they win the division off of the Jaguars just absolutely collapsing and getting out of the playoffs. And they already won a playoff game this year. They had to beat the Colts last week to get into the playoffs. So they're 1-0 in the playoffs. And I can't remember what the stat was, but there's a crazy stat about teams that had to win and get in, playing a team that rested everybody in week 18 or the last week of the season, because we haven't had 18 weeks for a while. But that team that had to play people does really, really well. Also in the playoffs, home dogs do really, really well. I want to say they're 8-3-1 or 8-3-1 against the spread. Since they've expanded the playoffs. So I think I'm going to take the Texans and CJ Stroud here and not really love it, but that Browns defense doesn't play as well on the road. That's all I'm saying. I don't know who's shutting down Flacco and Njoku and Amari Cooper. But I'm just buying into the hype here. I think with C.J. Stroud and D'Amico Ryans, Nico Collins on the outside, Dalton Schultz. I don't know, man. Something about it I like. I probably couldn't name a single player on their defense, but I like it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game tomorrow just because number one, I'm excited for NFL playoffs, but to watch the rookie CJ Stroud, who we were all questioning how he was even going to do this year. I mean, he's taken that team to the playoffs. So between him and the rookie head coach, I think they're in a really good spot. So give me the Texans at +2.5.
I'm also going to trail that. I think Cleveland's a bunch of frauds. Their defense is fucking stellar, but I don't know. I got to go with the rookie, bro. I just want to see the Cinderella story come to life.
I mean, Flacco's kind of his own Cinderella story.
Hey, man.
Not like this, though.
The playoffs.
No one's knocking Flacco from a retirement ring. He's going out in style, baby. Give me the Browns. Man, what are you talking about? I mean, yes, the Texans are good. This defense, though, from the Browns, and then, like you said, Tyler, you can't even name somebody on their defense. So who's going to stop, on the suspected wife beater running through the hole and Kareem Hunt? or Joe Flacco, allegedly, yes, or Joe Flacco throwing absolute dimes to Amari Cooper and David Njoku. This play action offense is going to wear and tear this team apart. We've already seen Flacco and Amari Cooper connect for 200 and some yards. Why not again? I mean, I think this game is either going to be a shootout or this Browns defense is going to swallow the Texans. But who knows? This Texas offense has shined, but give me the Browns and that fucking Joe Flacco retirement send-off, man. What an epic run.
I really like right now, though, that you can get Njoku at +195 to score a touchdown here. It's pretty good odds for somebody who's went from kind of a nobody to an all-star with Joe Flacco. Like, Joe Flacco turned this dude's season around, honestly.
Turned his career around.
He's always been decent, but...
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he just got paid at the beginning of the season or something like that. Didn't he just resign?
Yeah, he's had a resurgence for sure with Flacco. He's a very quarterback-friendly target, but I don't know, man. I think this is actually going to be a good game to watch. I don't really know why I'm necessarily picking the Texans, but I like it. I don't know. I haven't been good at NFL betting this year, so might want to fade me, honestly. I don't know.
So the next game that we're going to be talking about, the Miami Dolphins head into Chiefs territory. Chiefs are 4.5-point favorites. However, the over-under, it fell to 43.5, actually. I just checked it before this. The temperature of this game is projected to be -6 degrees at kickoff and -9 by the time we get into halftime. So...
with wind chills in the negative 30.
It's supposed to be -30. It's going to be the coldest game in history.
The fact that I think that I read a thing that the Dolphins, and temperatures 40 degrees and below, they are 0-9 the past 2 years or 3 years. Give me the Chiefs, number one, to win it. I changed the spread a little bit because there's a boost on the sportsbook I use. So I took him at -2.5 because why not? I don't think that I think this game is going to be ugly as shit. Definitely bet the under. It's going to be cold as hell. Bet the under of all of the passing yards. Nobody's going to be able to throw. Nobody's going to be able to catch. It's going to be a run-heavy game.
Chiefs can't catch in perfect weather, just to be fair. But you know how you said that, they're 0 whatever. I saw 0-10, 0-9, whatever in games under 40 degrees. The Chiefs are used to playing in the cold, but not this cold. Nobody's used to playing in this cold.
No.
The ball is going to be hard as a rock. The kickers aren't going to be able to kick field goals. receivers, I mean, the Chiefs, like I just said, they have trouble catching a ball in perfect weather, let alone when the ball is fucking hard as a rock. I think this is going to come down to a running game. And both of these offenses running games, you have either Pacheco running it like a madman, who is dominant, but they're going against the one of the number one rushing offenses. I think they're number one. They're really high.
Close.
In the Dolphins with A-Chain and Mostert. And Mostert, as far as I know, is clear. I get the Dolphins have injuries and stuff like that going on, but I see this being a ground and pound game. So I'm going to take the Dolphins plus 4.5 on a side. However, the pick I really love here is under 44. These teams met in England earlier this year and combined for 35 points, and that was in an indoor stadium. So when it's negative 30 and nobody can feel their fucking dicks, I'm going to take the under 44. Seems really, really high, but it does scare me that everybody's thinking about taking the under here, and the line hasn't drastically changed. So Dolphins plus 4.5. Give me the overs on Mostert, A-Chain, and Pacheco rushing, and the under. That's kind of what I'm feeling here.
Ty, I really like that under. I do. I mean, hey, it's fucking cold. Like just because you're from Kansas City and you're used to the cold, minus 30, that's cold. And when it's cold, you know it's cold, and it's gonna affect everybody.
You can't get used to minus 30. I mean, it doesn't matter what somebody tells you. Oh yeah, it's not that cold. No, it's at that point, it's fucking cold. There's no bullshitting it. You're gonna be freezing your ass off. And that goes for literally everybody in the stadium, playing, not playing. Like, I don't care who you are. You won't see a drop of sweat hit the turf tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to, like, how the fucking Chiefs players were telling fans to bring cardboard to stand on because their stadium is
they're letting them bring in like a bottle of water too or something like that.
Well, it's the concrete gets so cold, standing on a piece of cardboard keeps your feet off the cold concrete. It's not going to matter. The fucking National Weather System said did not travel. It's dangerous. But you know Arrowhead's going to be packed. Somebody's going to get frostbite. Somebody's going to get hypothermia or pneumonia, but fuck it. Football has to happen.
I was going to say that would be my next question is there a chance that they delay this game?
No.
Midweek?
Peacock paid $110 million to have this game. It's not getting moved. Peacock paid the NFL $110 million. So.
Yeah, but at what point is it dangerous to players? That's my only concern, is because their fingers are going to be frozen. So you get 7-8 players who are going to get fucking frostbite, not to mention their faces. Pneumonia.
Yeah.
They'll have heaters and coats and shit. They'll probably...
We're 24 hours away from kickoff right now. It would have had to have been moved by now.
Even if you did move it, Sunday's weather is not any better in Kansas City. So, like,
it's not going to be better for the next week.
Yeah, like, there is no moving it. Like, there's not a better option unless you were going to play it tonight. And I don't know if they got any snow, but
if anything, they would have had to move this game to like Indianapolis.
Yeah,
and played it in a neutral site stadium, which, you know, I mean, it's not really fair to the Chiefs, but I don't know how this game is. Like, this game might actually be super boring to watch because who wants to hit in this weather, let alone get hit in this weather. Like,
I've already placed bets on 1, 2, 3, 4 different unders for the game.
Like, Cole, you and I have played in cold football games.
Oh yeah,
it sucks. It's miserable, and nobody's going to enjoy it, let alone having to stop Pacheco running over you or Mostert running over you. Like, that's going to fucking suck all day long.
And it's at night, dude.
Yeah.
7:30 at night, no sunshine to keep you warm. Brr. Get your fucking parkas out, boys. Carhartt bibs ain't doing it for this game.
No.
You better bundle up.
No.
So where do you
Everyone's
guys
gonna have them
stand?
fucking long johns on.
Yeah, I'm taking the plus 4.5 just in the sense that this game could end 6-3. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it,
don't think
it probably
I
won't, but still.
could be a field
I
goal game.
I am more confident in Kansas City running the ball at home than I am Miami coming out and actually running the ball and playing well. Um, I understand Miami's offense, or at least their running game is better. But I don't know. I don't know. I can't see Miami winning this game based on the run game in Kansas City. Like I find that hard to believe. So, give me the Chiefs. I took them at -2.5, but I would still take them at minus. I don't know. The spread's tough because, like you said, Ty, it's cold weather. I don't know if I would
Well,
take them at -4.5, but I
and the
take them
four
for
and a
win
half,
for sure.
the 4.5 gives me okay, you got a 7-3 game. I
Yeah.
cover.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you can get a touchdown, we get a field goal, and we're still covering that number. So
Yeah.
that's kind of my reason.
I think the smart bet would be the under for sure. Like I don't think anybody would argue that.
Parker, where are you at here?
I want the Chiefs in the under. I just don't think Miami's going to be able to. They're not going to like to be hit in that cold.
Cole, where are you at here? Do you have a side?
Just don't think Miami's built for this cold. I mean,
Nobody is.
and nobody's used to it, but Kansas is. They are more prepared. That's my only thought, is that they're more prepared. They're at home. They're gonna have a hot box on the sideline. You already know.
Yeah.
I think that they are gonna freeze them out of this game. I mean,
agree.
Miami's been putting people on the sunny side of the stadium for how long? Who's to say that they don't give them all the things to stay warm that Kansas City has? That's my only issue with this game.
True.
Under is a for sure.
Yep.
I want to take Kansas City -4.5. I think they could pull it out.
Then do it. Then we'll all be on Kansas City.
I'm not.
Oh, I thought you
Tyler's
were.
not. No,
Nope.
he took Miami +4.5.
It's too many
I think
points.
the common theme for me this week, boys, I'm just letting you know, is I think the dogs are going to bark. I think the dogs are going to be barking. Just saying. Let's get into another game, though, that is going to be equally hell.
And
Steelers-
they also told their fans not to come to the game either.
Correct.
Steelers at Bills. Like you said, the New York governor said, Pittsburgh fans, don't even travel to this game. It's going to be cold. It's not going to end well for your team. Buffalo let out on Twitter that tomorrow night, starting at 10 p.m., anybody who is above the age of 18 and wants to help can show up at the stadium, and they will be provided a snow shovel to help clear the bleachers starting at 10 p.m. tomorrow night, because they need the help with their grounds crew.
Yep.
And I think they're giving them like free food and free drink while they, not alcohol drink, but free food and drink while they do it, and providing the snow shovels and shit. So they're fighting their own battle up there. So
They're supposed to
Steelers
get 19 inches of snow.
Yeah. Steelers are 9.5-point dogs. Rudolph is playing at quarterback. TJ Watt is officially ruled out on defense.
Did you guys see JJ's post about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, seeing if he
that
could
was
play.
Funny.
Yeah. I just, again, what's going to happen in this game? The Bills barely beat the Patriots by 6. The Bills haven't really blown anybody out. However, there's the trend. The Steelers are like 0-10 without TJ Watt in the lineup. I don't think the Steelers win in this one by any means, but I don't think they cover a 9.5. I liked it better when it was at an even number of 10. But again, just like last game, this is going to be a rushing game. And Jaylen Warren and Najee Harris can pound the rock just as good as James Cook can. You know what I mean? And I think Pittsburgh is just as able to play in the cold as Buffalo is. Granted, this is again a totally different kind of cold and super snow, but the math doesn't make sense. Over under of 33 and a spread of 9.5. Like
That's
the
where I
math,
was. I was like, what the fuck?
the math to me on this game doesn't work. So
I
I'm going to
agree.
take the Steelers plus 9.5. Just because they're minus 105 at that on the book I'm looking at right now. Alting it up to 10.5 is only minus 130. And I might lay the juice just in case like it does get a little out of hand. But again, I don't see this game being super high scoring. I think this is going to be a pound the rock game. Hit your tight ends and pound the rock. I don't think it's going to be deep balls because what's the wind on this? Like 40-mile-an-hour gusts and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, something crazy like that.
I think it's up to 50 now.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I don't care. Josh Allen has the strongest arm in the country. Like you can't cut a ball through 50-mile-an-hour wind consistently downfield.
Backside route's going to be open.
Mm-hmm.
What I really
A lot
like
of pitches.
what I actually really like here, and I'm going to pull up the line just to make sure. I like Josh Allen over 39.5 rushing yards. I think they'll see a lot of QB powers in this game, even if in James Cook, like I like the running back overs and I like Allen over. Just going to have to run the ball here.
Yeah.
The only thing that worries me about that is how slippery it's going to be.
Yeah, could be snow on the field.
There's going to be snow on the field.
It's going to be an interesting game. I do like the under, but like I don't like the Bills, so I would like to see the Steelers win, but I don't know if they're a strong enough team to win. But I think with this weather, it might. I mean, Pittsburgh's used to playing in the cold as well, so like I mean, it's gonna be some different conditions. I get it, but
I don't see them being
don't
able
know.
to pull the win out.
I like the 9.5 though. I do like the 9.5. I think it's gonna be if the weather's that bad, it's gonna be under 32. I think it could be under 2.
So
83 is super low though. Still,
Yeah.
I'll keep the under out of this one, but I will.
We'll see what it goes. We'll see where it goes.
So 83% of the bets are on Buffalo, 17 on the Steelers. I think the Bills are going to run away with it.
Where are you getting those numbers?
The sports book I use has those numbers under.
Oh, they're way different.
Are they? What's covers say?
62% on Pittsburgh.
Okay. Wow, that's very different. So
well, covers is their analysts or experts picking it, whereas the book that Cole's using or Ethan's using is what the public is betting on.
That's true.
And I'm happy fading the public. Vegas has chandeliers for a reason.
Yeah, I
like
obviously take the public on that one. I think Buffalo's going to run away with it. 9 points is too many, and the over under is too low. But I still think the under is going to hit. Just I'm slightly worried. I think Buffalo's the much stronger team. No, they're not going to be able to throw the ball at all, but I think the rest of that team will be able to show up and pull off that win. Let's head into the next NFL game.
Whoa.
Packers.
Whoa, Cole.
Sorry.
Whoa.
I was about to ask Cole, what do you think about this game?
Slippery.
Sorry.
Under.
Sorry.
Very slippery under. 33.5. I still think it's way too many points for what the snow is going to be. I'm also going to go with Pittsburgh. So basically riding the same thing. Just want to get my voice out there. Love you guys.
Yeah, no, thanks for your input. It's much needed.
And there's
wet. It's gonna be so wet.
There's a good chance I end up betting the under. I just haven't done it yet. I'm probably waiting to see what happens with that Chiefs game first. I've already got a lot of bets on the Chiefs game unders, so I'll stick with it. Let's head into the next game. We are gonna talk the Packers at the Cowboys. Don't worry, fellas. This game is indoors. We don't have to worry about the weather. Cowboys 7-point favorites. I'm going to be in Champaign at the time watching this game. What do we think of those Dallas Cowboys against the Packers?
Give me the fucking Packers.
Hold up. Yeah, the Packers are 10-1 the last facings from the Cowboys.
Dude, fuck the Cowboys. Give me the goddamn Packers.
This seems like one of those years that yet again the Cowboys show up in the first round and eat shit. I would love to watch them do it again. I'm definitely gonna. I think I'm taking the Packers spread. Excuse me. I'm definitely not confident that the Cowboys are going to cover. And the experts for action are very heavily on the Green Bay Packers, so that's the way I'm going to lean as well.
Dude,
I hate that so fucking much.
As a Bears fan, I hate cheering for the fucking Packers.
This game's a double-edged sword because, like, I hate the fucking Packers, but, like, I hate the Cowboys.
And the Cowboys always do some dumb shit in the playoffs.
True.
Dak Prescott is the dumbest motherfucker on the planet. Get his bald-headed ass out of here.
I said I think the dogs are going to be barking this week. At 7, I feel like the Packers should cover that. But the Packers defense has been better as of late. Granted, they played the fucking Vikings with a rookie. They played the Bears in Lambeau. Essentially, it was a playoff game. But their defense against Dallas's high-power offense scares me. So I think I don't really want to take a side. I guess I would lay it on Dallas, if I'm being honest. But I really like the over here. Dallas's offense is putting up crazy numbers this year. It's in an indoor stadium. Jordan Love and the boys are going to move the ball a little bit as well. But 50 is a high number, but I actually will take the over in this one.
Wow, that's a big number.
I can see how you got there.
Number.
I can see how you got there, but I don't know if Green Bay is going to be able to handle their part. Like, I think this first quarter is really going to be important for both teams because I think if the Cowboys catch hot, they're going to go up big, and then it's going to be kind of like a chase game for the Packers, and I don't know if they have that kind of offense yet to be able to do that.
Dallas just averages 30 points. Well, it's 29.9, but give me some grace. Dallas averages 30 points a game this year. That's a lot.
Yeah, but if it's Dallas has got a decent defense too. So, like, I'm thinking they win, like, if anything, they win like 30-14.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just Big Mike coaching. He's, former coach of the Packers. I think he's going to have something cooked up for this game. I don't think he wanted to leave Green Bay. I think he wants to get this one. However, if the Packers won this game, I would say the Cowboys are cowboying, and that's just what they do in the playoffs. So,
see, I think they're going to win this first game and then get rocked in the next game because they would go on to play, who is it, Philly?
No, they're the 2 seed. I don't know who they would play.
Hold on.
Oh, it might be Philly. I forgot Philly.
I think it is Philly.
Philly's this low, like a lower seed. So
yeah,
I'm pulling it up. Hold on.
Yeah, just because I think, no offense to the Packers, I just think they're still a young team and don't have it all together. They do get a lot of penalties.
No, it'd be LA or the Lions.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can see them losing to the Lions.
Eagles Bucks plays the Niners.
Mm.
Okay.
I could see them losing to the Lions in another matchup. They should have lost the first one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the Cowboys are going to choke it yet. I think they're gonna give some hope, but like they're gonna fucking get slaughtered, and it's gonna be awesome to watch. Because regardless, I think the Niners come beat them at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Cowboys just make a statement here.
Yeah.
They got to show up at some point in the playoffs. So I don't like putting my money on either of these teams in the playoffs because I wish the Packers organization to shut down. And I don't ever like seeing the Cowboys win because their fans are obnoxious. But give me the Cowboys here feeling like I don't love it, but I'm going to take the over as well and just hope for points. Hope we get an exciting game because the rest of the games this week could be a fucking snooze fest.
Yeah. Just give me the boys. I'm not touching the over under.
I'm taking the Packers +7.
Same.
So we're split on that one.
Split on that one.
Let's head into the next NFL game. Rams at Lions. Lions are 3-point favorites, which oh man, it's hard to say I love it with Matthew Stafford coming back into Detroit. What do we think of Stafford making his return into Machine City?
I'm just saying the fact that they were trying to ban this dude's jersey from even entering the stadium is fucking ridiculous.
I think it's hilarious.
It's petty as shit.
Do it.
Fuck yeah. Give him the ammo. This man's gonna come in with a hot firing Rams offense and defense right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rams are healthy for the first time, and I mean, literally all year. They were unhealthy the entire year up until week 16, 17, 18. So it's a whole different team than you saw all year. It's hard to compare them to a Lions team who was dominant all year. I love the fact that the Lions are only 3-point favorites. I'm very concerned what Matthew Stafford's going to do going into that stadium because he was a part of that Lions team that was 0-16. So he's used to the boos. He's used to getting booed in that stadium. I promise you. I think he's going to be like, hey, motherfuckers, guess what? Go fuck yourself.
Is Laporta playing?
It's questionable.
He practiced today. If Laporta's not playing, I don't feel as good about picking the Lions here. But you're right, Ethan. Stafford's probably coming in with a chip on his shoulder. Puka Nakua's probably going to have a crazy-ass game. I don't know. This Lions defense has shut down good teams, but they seem like they play to the level of their opponent. Like, they played up to the Cowboys, but then they should have lost both games to the Bears. Like, this team's weird. However, it's the first home playoff game in Detroit in however many years, like 20 plus.
And my girlfriend's dad's a Detroit fan. Believe me, they are looking forward to this game. Like every Detroit fan is looking forward to this game.
Sorry, fuck them.
I think they gotta win strictly because what it would mean to the city. Also, their running game we love their running game. Amon-Ra is great. Craig Reynolds has been kicking it in on the outside. I would feel way better about it knowing Laporta was going as like the safety blanket. So I'm going to take Lions money line here because it's only 160 and not sweat the points. So I'll take Lions money line in this one and just forego the points altogether.
I like it. I guess I don't know that stadium all that well. Is that stadium outdoors?
No, it's Ford Field's covered.
Okay. That was my question.
It's an old ass fucking stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The dream Super Bowl I have is the Browns Lions.
You're sick fuck.
Dude, what an epic Super Bowl.
That would be so.
I don't know.
What are the colors of this year's
the spread? Yeah. It's supposed to be Ravens Niners, I think.
Niners? It's red and purple.
It's been 30 years since the Lions have hosted a playoff game.
Oh my god.
30 fucking years.
What's the
stadium
what's
is
the
gonna be
spread?
so rowdy.
What's the spread
3.
for?
The Lions are favored by 3.
So
I like the Rams. I might look to buy it to the Rams at 3.5, but I would go the Rams on the spread.
I was leaning Rams spread too,
Like,
Parker, but I want the Lions to win, so I'm just taking a money line.
See, I don't know. I don't like. I
That's
want the Lions
fair
to win,
bet.
but I love Matt Stafford and that Rams offense. I think it's really good right now, so I'm not too sure.
I mean, we're talking about this though, as in Stafford got bailed out. No, Stafford left the Lions because he didn't think they could win.
Well, he got traded.
But think about the other side of this. Jared Goff got traded out of LA
Yeah,
because they said you can't win. So Stafford already won a Super Bowl. I think this Jared Goff's turn to let his dick hang and say, "Hey, how I predict this game going is whoever has the ball last wins. Except the Rams are going to have the ball last, and just in classic Matthew Stafford fashion, he will throw an interception to lose the game at Ford Field."
Yeah, I don't know.
That'd be poetry, seeing Matt Stafford throw another pick at Ford Field. It needs to happen.
Pain.
I think Jack Campbell and Aiden Hutchinson and the boys are getting up for this one on defense. I don't know who the fuck's covering Puka and Cooper Kupp, but it's going to be interesting.
It's going to be a really good game. I think that's going to be the game of the week, or game of the weekend. But there is one more NFL game. The Eagles take on the Bucks in Tampa Bay. Bucks are 3-point underdogs. What?
You skipped my friend again.
I'm sorry. Talk sooner, damn it.
You're a piece of shit. Don't worry, Cole. I'll speak up for you.
Who's on what side is going to determine what I think.
I'm going Lions money line, but I kind of lean towards the Rams spread, but I'm going Lions money line.
I'm going to take Lions purely because of the Iowa Hawkeyes that play for them.
Parker?
Parky?
No.
The
I was trying to
experts
sneak away from it.
Experts are leaning Rams, though.
I like the Rams spread.
Okay, that's where I was going as well. I fucking hate the Lions. I think they're frauds. I don't care if there's Iowa boys. You got Puka and Cooper Kupp inside.
And Kyron Williams.
Fuck is that? I don't care. Whatever. Give me the Rams -3 or +3.
Aaron Donald's gonna have Jared Goff's head on a spike.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll try to talk sooner now. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Can I start this one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Eagles at the Buccaneers. The Bucks got a +3. They're sitting at +3. The over-under for this game is currently sitting at 43.5. We are at Tampa Bay. The Eagles have sucked. Higher? It's higher?
No, I like the over. Sorry.
No.
Yeah, same. No, I do too.
No, the Bucks haven't scored like fucking double-digit points in 4 weeks.
Yeah, but it's the playoffs.
It don't matter. They have no offense.
Baker fucking Mayfield.
With no offense right now.
Neither do the Eagles.
They have more. I have more faith
push.
I have more faith in their offense than fucking.
AJ Brown didn't show up to practice today.
Yeah, he's hurt.
What does that mean?
He deleted everything Eagles off his Instagram.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Yeah. Their morale is low. They started the season 10-1. They're currently 11-6.
Yikes.
So down.
I didn't know.
So down.
Bad.
So
Vibes
down
are
bad.
low. Vibes are low.
Give me the Bucks +3 at home. Baker Mayfield moving on to play fucking Brock Purdy. Fuck them. Parker, what do you think? I like that base.
So I don't know. I mean,
All I'm saying is Jalen Hurts looked like fucking Jose Jalapeno on a stick.
I really like Baker
Fuck him.
Mayfield, and
That's foul as fuck.
yeah. Anyways, Baker Mayfield, I've always kind of liked on this Bucks offense, but they just haven't looked good. But I guess neither has the Eagles. Give me the Eagles. Give me the Eagles.
Terrible. To win? Or to cover.
What? Who is it? What is it?
It's 3.
In favor of the Eagles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Away. 5-4 on the road this season.
I will be taking the Bucks
Thank you.
because something's going up with this Eagles team. It's been a complete blow up. I don't know. Like, you got to right the ship, and you would say do it against the Baker Mayfield led Bucks, but like, they're still dangerous. They can still put up points. They could still, be a little snake bitten and get after you, and it's at home. So why not? Home playoff game for the boys in Tampa. I think Baker's going to have a chip on his shoulder, and he's going to want to knock off the Eagles. One of these favorites has to go down. So why not the Eagles?
Wait, where's this game at?
In Tampa.
And Tampa.
Oh, fuck. Oh. I changed my answer.
Let's hear it.
Can I change it?
Yeah.
Okay, give me the Bucks.
Yeah.
Give me the Bucks
You got the Bucks to win or to cover?
to cover.
Bucks to cover. Okay.
I'm taking the Bucks to cover, but I think the Bucks win this outright.
Yeah, this is such a tough game. I think that the Lions game is going to be better just because of the storyline behind it. However, I don't know, this game, Baker Mayfield, they think he's the guy now. Former number 1 overall pick. I guess I kind of get it. Like, you want that guy to finally bust out, and they think this is the year he did it. He's got to prove it right here. This is kind of the make or break. Like, you can get a team into the playoffs just like Moneyball, but can you win the playoffs? Like, you got to win one game for me to call you a guy. And I love Baker, but I don't know if I love him, and I don't know if he's the guy over the Eagles. So give me the Eagles to win.
So are we split on that as well, or are you the only Eagles here, Ethan?
Cole, you went with the Bucks too, right? So I'm the only Eagles guy.
Before we get off
only wiener.
Before we get off the NFL for this week, be ashamed to not recognize coaches. The coaching carousel this year is insane. Bill Belichick on the market. Pete Carroll came out in an interview and said he was fighting for that job to stay the Seattle head coach. So I don't think he's just going to disappear into the night into that advisory role like the Seahawks want him to. So I could see Pete Carroll getting back in there for the right situation. But Vrabel's still available. Gerard Mayo got hired for New England. So Vrabel's out of the picture there. He's the new youngest head coach in the NFL.
Really quick.
Yeah, 2 days.
Is back.
After Bill Belichick.
2 days. Which is a shame. You're not going to interview Harbaugh. You're not going to interview Pete Carroll. You're not like it's weird. Pete Carroll did a 2-year stint in New England and they ran him off. But anyway, I don't know. This year is a weird year. And a lot of people are saying, maybe if the Cowboys lose to the Packers, Mike McCarthy is out and they try to get Jerry to bring down Belichick to win in Dallas. I mean, the roster talent's there. But I don't know. Belichick's 15 wins away from setting the all-time record. He's going somewhere. And I don't think he wants to stick around for 5 or 6 more years. think he's trying to get his record and head off into the sunset. And Dallas could get you 11 games or 12 games in your 1 year. You know what I mean? But I don't know where he ends up. It's the weird thing to me is it's insane to me to think that the Bears, Cole, like you mentioned, fired everybody but Eberflus when there's so many studs on the market this year as far as coaches.
I lost hope for a new coach. I think when we hire an OC, he's basically going to be the interim head coach. Eberflus is going to run the defense. I think if he gives up a lot, he's going to give up a lot of responsibility to that OC because he's going to be bred to become head coach in the next year or two.
Yeah, and it sucks that it kind of seems like Eberflus's culture hit the Bears locker room the last 4 weeks.
So late.
And like right before crunch time. But now you got to think Getsy's gone. All the offensive coaches are gone. We have the number 1 pick. Are you going to keep Justin and make him learn another new system? Or are the Bears going to take this first overall pick and get a quarterback with it? Like,
I think if you bring in an OC who's going to play, he's going to they're going to bring in whoever's offense is close enough to Justin's strengths. And
are they though?
I would hope so. We're interviewing what's his name? The stud OC.
From
I got to think of his name. Go ahead, say what you're gonna say.
My thing is like, okay, if you're keeping Justin and getting a new coordinator, then at the end of next year you're saying, well, it's a new system. What did you expect him to do? And I feel like you either have to sign Justin or extend Justin and bring this dude in and let them grow together, or you're getting a new quarterback and essentially letting your offensive coordinator pick which quarterback he wants in this draft to fit his system. And that doesn't mean we couldn't trade the first overall and say whoever we pick up likes Penix better or likes J.J. McCarthy better or Jaden Daniels better. I mean, the option is there. And I mean, we've shown, well, actually, Caleb Williams came out and said he basically won't play for the Bears. So I don't know. What would you guys say if we traded the 1-1 to Atlanta for the exact same deal that we got with Carolina, but it was for Kyle Pitts instead of DJ Moore? Would you guys take that deal? So we get Kyle Pitts, a first this year, a first next year, a second.
How would we take a tight end when we have Komet?
Because
you don't need a tight end.
Besides Mercedes Lewis and
that's fair.
Robert Tonyan, we only have Komet. And those dudes are old as dirt. Like,
True.
You could take Kyle Pitts and spread him out like another receiver, but I don't. Quarterback has been a problem. Quarterback has been a problem for us. However, there's
Shane
a lot
Waldron. Shane Waldron, Seattle.
Seattle's offensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm. He runs McVay's system.
I was just about to say, I actually don't mind that.
I don't know if Justin could run that offense, though.
Yeah, you could.
I think he could. I think Seattle's offense actually matches Justin's play style very well.
But he would have to get better targets.
Permission yesterday.
We'd have to get better targets for him. My thing is like,
take Drake London and get rid of Mooney in that trade.
I'm so confused as to what we're going to do. I'm really at a loss. Like, I don't know if I want to keep Justin or if I want us to get rid of him, but I'm not really thrilled with – I don't want to be the 1-1 quarterback here. Because if you take Caleb Williams, he could be a bust. And Drake May – me personally as a Bears fan, I'm scarred from having a North Carolina quarterback when we had Mitch Trubisky. I don't want Drake May either. Like, I don't know. It's just – it's weird to me. And I don't envy being in that position. Where you have to make those decisions. But I'm at a total loss, and I guess I'm going to be okay with whatever happens because I don't know what should happen.
Yeah. I also don't. I wish we would have interviewed Harbaugh, but I don't think he's going to leave, especially after this year. I think
he already said he wasn't leaving.
What do you mean? He hired an NFL agent to He's going to go on the job hunt. Harbaugh hired an NFL agent to talk to getting into interviews. He's going to look.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to leave. That's the issue. He just came off a natty. 15-0.
It's a perfect time to leave. Leave a winner. Your stock's not getting any higher.
True.
Your stock's not okay. Hey, I just won a national champion at Michigan, ran a gauntlet, beat Saban. Pay me my $30 million a year and let me coach for you. You're telling me Carolina doesn't have the money? Their coach or their owner is like the richest owner in the sport. He has the money for it.
That guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, him and JJ are coming back and running it back.
Throwing drinks on people. He can't run it back with JJ in Carolina. Yes. They got Bryce Young.
No, they're going back. They're staying at Michigan one more year. He's only a sophomore. Why would you go to this draft? Okay, no, not saying he wouldn't be a top pick, right? But look at this. Draft. He comes back to Michigan. They win it again. He's going to be the number 1 draft pick. And
that next draft, mentioned maybe a Heisman.
We keep Justin Fields, and then we might have JJ McCarthy to draft next year.
They bring on Harbaugh and McCarthy.
I'm at such a loss with it. Like, even as a fan, I don't know what I even want. I can't say get rid of Justin, give me a new quarterback, because I don't know if any of the new quarterbacks are going to be worth a shit. I would rather keep Justin for a year, get a better O-lineman and a new receiver, and just throw him to the Wolves and then fucking draft one next year or something. Like, I really don't know.
I can tell you exactly what the smart teams should do. The smart teams, they're going to make the Bears make a pick. Like, the Bears are going to try and trade out of it. I think the smart teams are going to make the Bears make a pick. They're either going to have to somebody's either going to have to pay a ton of money from back in, spots 4, 5, 6, I think. I don't think any of the top 4 picks are going to move, though. Like, other than the Bears, there's no reason for either the 3rd or the 4th pick to move up unless you truly think that he's the guy.
There is, though, in the sense of making sure the guy you want is there. And it's a lot cheaper to move up from 3 than it is from 19 or something. You know what I mean? Like,
if you're the number 2 team, though, you're not making that trade unless you know the number 3 team is making that trade.
Or that the Bears are going to take a quarterback. And would you say, Parker, didn't polls come out and say he wasn't trading the 1-1 unless it was for something crazy?
Yeah, he wants to be wowed. Like, he wants to.
That's
what it said. I want to be wowed. So, like, something like drop dead or super big.
Which makes me think it's either a bluff and he's wanting somebody to bid on it, thinking he's taking a quarterback, or he's actually going to take a quarterback and would have to be bought off that number. But I'm leaning more towards it's a bluff.
We're getting a player.
I think it's a bluff.
We're getting a player. We're going after, like, a wide receiver.
Give me Tyler Lockett and some picks and give it to the Seahawks so they can draft their quarterback of the future.
Give it to the Giants and give Saquon Barkley.
Hunter Henry right now?
And take their pick.
Henry.
No. Is he their number 1?
We go get Saquon, go after Drake London.
Saquon's not coming here because the Giants are stuck paying Daniel Jones like $40 million a year.
Yeah.
They just signed him, so they're not going to draft somebody unless they draft a 7th rounder and just hope.
I think we're either going to trade back with New England for the 3. They get their quarterback. Washington gets their quarterback.
I think
or
New
9
England,
or
though,
10.
I think New England's set, though. I think New England thinks they can get Jaden Daniels at 4 and be happy with it. But I don't know. It's all hopes and wishes. Let's focus on the playoffs first, so we can get after this another day. There's going to be a long off season to talk about all this shit. So,
sorry, that was a long one. We got into it. This is what we do as men.
I know. I feel like this is that was almost more of a conversation that we have on a daily basis. Unfortunately,
Whatever. I like
that was that was like
That
a
was
look into
good.
our daily lives. So
That was good
let's
nuggets there. Good nuggets, boys.
yeah, let's move on to the quick ad read. This episode of Show Me the Money is brought to you by Tavern Sports, your place to get fun sports content, sportsbook lines, and parlays, and of course, food reviews with Big E's Ballpark Bites. You can follow Tavern Sports on Instagram at Tavern Sports 2023, TikTok at Tavern.sports, and on Twitter, Tavern Sports 23. NCAA basketball season. We
Yeah.
are finally
Crazy.
This is really going to be the main focus. Well, minus NFL playoffs. So this is going to be the main focus in what 4 weeks. I was just thinking about March Madness earlier today, so I'm looking forward to it. But let's get into some basketball. First game I wanted to bring up today was Northwestern at Wisconsin. Northwestern is 8.5-point underdogs heading into Wisconsin. I understand Wisconsin is ranked. However, Northwestern has been one hell of a basketball team this year in the Big Ten. I actually really like them at plus 8.5.
Yeah, I mean, Wisconsin's 9-6 against the spread. Northwestern's 7-8. I think they're going to get up for this game, kind of like they did for the Purdue game.
I agree.
Big game, ranked opponent on the road. Go make something happen. So I think the 8.5 is quite a bit too, especially for a division rivalry, or not necessarily a rivalry, but it's a Big Ten game. It's a conference game. They've seen them. They've felt them out. They know how their style of play is. I think they should be able to cover that 8.5.
Yeah, that's what I'm confident in as well, is just them to cover. I don't know if they'll win, but I like them covering. Northwestern.
Yeah, I like that pick.
Yeah.
I haven't watched much basketball, but Northwestern's kind of been playing good basketball right now from the score boxes. So I think they'll cover 8.5.
They pop up and you see it when it pops up.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, this basketball season's been insane. Top ranked teams are just dropping like flies.
Dude.
This past week, number 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, all lost within a 24-hour span. And
Wild.
those teams on the outskirts, the 20 through 25 range, they're getting their ass beat all the time. Florida Atlantic was just in a Final Four, and they had to make last-second free throws last night to beat Tulane. Like, it's madness out here. It really is. NCAA.
And it ain't even March, baby.
No. You're going to need a bottle of whiskey to get you through fucking February basketball. And when we get to the conference tournaments, holy shit, boys, anything can happen. Our next one is one of those teams that just got knocked off. Oklahoma, number 9, is visiting number 3, Kansas. Kansas 5.5-point favorites at home. Coming off
6.5.
It's up to 6.5 now.
Yep.
Oh man, I liked 5.5 a lot more.
Yeah. Oh my God. Talk about a test when coming off of a loss. Like, hey, we're bringing in another ranked opponent to your barn. I mean, it doesn't get any easier out here.
I had literally just added those lines right before we started filming, so the fact that it's moved a point in an hour. It's moved a full point an hour. So I think you can tell where the public is betting on it. I personally like Kansas over Oklahoma. I know Ty wants them to bounce back. I think that's the way to go, especially at home, giving Kansas minus 6.5.
Fuck me running. Both these teams are coming off a loss.
Okay.
Both these teams are coming off a loss too.
If you want me to.
I like Oklahoma to cover. I think it's going to be one of those games where it comes down to free throws at the end.
I'm right there with you.
And it's going to be like a 4-point game.
I think Oklahoma covers as well.
I will say
6.5's a
I
lot.
like Oklahoma to cover.
Oklahoma has not won on the road yet. They are 0-1.
They've only played one road game all year.
But it's a rival. So it's going to be a good game.
Jesus, how do you only play one road game thus far? Or 15 games of the season.
That's insane. they've had to pay a lot of money then to not have a road game. Holy shit! And Kansas isn't an easy barn to go play it.
No.
And it's going to be cold as fuck.
Some of them have been off-site tournament. Like,
Gotcha.
I think they played probably 6 games in a tournament.
Who was their loss to on the road?
Oh, that is a great question.
Do we know?
Give me 1 second.
I think they just got it. Like, I think Kansas has to win at home here.
They lost to TCU on the road. Okay, well then definitely give me Kansas -5.5. Or sorry, 6.5.
I think I'm going to take Oklahoma plus the 6.5.
Yeah, because that was at home on the 2 days ago. Because they played North Carolina in a neutral.
Yeah. Yeah, they beat some good teams, though, but they've also, I don't know, like, they got blown out by UNC and they got beat by 9 by by TCU. So, I don't really know, man.
They also did not cover in that game.
Fuck. Go ahead and give me Oklahoma, but it's gonna be a sweaty one. I think Kansas is gonna win it. I don't know about the points.
That's why I like Oklahoma to cover.
Cole, you got a pick here?
Oh, Oklahoma, for sure.
Damn,
Nobody's
I'm the only one on
dominant.
Kansas, huh?
I fucking hate Kansas.
Better basketball school, in my opinion.
Yep.
Let's go to Kentucky at Texas A&M. Kentucky is ranked. Texas A&M unranked. But
Texas A&M coming off of 2 losses. They lost to Auburn at Auburn 2 days ago.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Texas A&M, however, is the favorite at 1.5 points.
Yeah, but they lost to UNCW. What?
And don't sleep on UNCW, okay?
And Kansas.
Yeah, they've had tough ones, but the barn is going to be rocking for Kentucky going in there. But you show me Kentucky at even money against an unranked team, I'm going to have to take them in a coin flip game. So I think I'll take Kentucky here and just hope they're not the next top 10 team to get knocked off because it's been happening quite a bit.
Yeah, Kentucky is ranked number 6, A&M unranked. Kentucky 12-2, Texas A&M 9-6. Kentucky's currently plus 100 based on whatever sportsbook you used. Obviously, give or take 5 points probably. I really like Kentucky. Give me Kentucky money line.
I do
I'll be there with you.
That's kind of where I'm at. I think
Squad
1.5 is too small.
Squad ride on Kentucky.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think they're confident because A&M is at home. I don't know who Kentucky is, if they're missing anybody, but I think that is the way to go, is toward Kentucky.
They are missing Thero, but
Okay.
he's questionable. Soreness.
Soreness? You got to get up for a game.
It's undisclosed. It's an undisclosed. It says undisclosed.
Gotcha.
That was as of 3 days ago. So,
yeah, you got to be back in for this one. Let's go to another ranked matchup, and that is going to be San Diego State, number 19, made a deep run in the tournament last year, going into New Mexico. New Mexico, 3.5-point favorites, -166 on the money line on the book I'm looking at. 2 12-win teams. New Mexico's 10-5 against the spread. San Diego State 6-8 against the spread. What do you guys think here? I'm going to take New Mexico, actually. This will be the dog I jump on. The unranked, not a dog. We've been on a lot of the dogs so far.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me the favorite here with New Mexico at home. I don't think I'll take them 3.5, but I think I'll take them on the money line.
They only beat Wyoming. New Mexico only beat Wyoming this year, as of this current year.
Is New Mexico not underdogs?
No, New Mexico is 3.5 favorites.
I don't know much about this game, boys. I'm just going to be real with you.
New Mexico is 3.5-point favorites. currently
I'm gonna run with San Diego State. They beat UNLV 72-61. And on the 9th, New Mexico lost 73-83. I am a big UNLV fan personally. I think they're a really good team for their spot at where they're at right now. So beating them, I think it's a pretty good win. Personally.
I'll tell you what, Cole. I really liked San Diego State in the March Madness with the last couple of years.
Yeah,
I'm pretty confident, especially with their ranking at 19.
mm-hmm.
I really like that, so I'm gonna go with San Diego State money line.
That's where I'm at too. Plus 138 is good value.
I'll be on the other side of you guys. Fuck it. I'll take New Mexico. Next we have Houston at TCU. TCU coming off of a win against Oklahoma. Big win at home. Houston coming off of a devastating loss. What do you guys think here?
I like TCU at home.
Do you like them back? Do you think Houston drops 2 back-to-back?
I do. I like TCU at home. They just play better at home. That's going to be a rough barn.
Kind of dangerous.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Oh shit!
What time is this game at?
I think
8:15. No,
I think
sorry,
this one
6
would be
o'clock.
I think this would be great to put money on the TCU cover.
TCU's plus 4.5 currently.
Sorry to drop the point.
Yeah, I mean, can they get up for 2 games in a row? I guess is the real question. Can they?
I mean, they're a good team.
I'm not saying they're not, but they're 12-3. They're not a bad team at all. But you just had that massive roller coaster high of beating Oklahoma. Now you have another ranked opponent coming in who's pissed off after a loss. That's a lot to handle. That's an emotional roller coaster to celebrate and then lock back in for Houston. I think I'm going to take Houston here.
It's a tough pick for me. I know TCU had beat, what did we say? Not Kentucky.
Oklahoma.
A&M. Oklahoma at home.
Just 2 days ago.
Yeah, TCU being able to do that twice in a row. That's tough, dude.
No, man.
I'm confident in Houston winning, I think. I'm not confident in Houston covering is my thing. I think I would go with TCU plus 5.5.
Yeah, let's go eat. Hypnotoads. The Hypnotoads.
Oh, fucking
the Hypnotoads.
The
That's so
Hypnotoads
fucking ugly.
From when they gave their run.
The Hypnotoads.
Last game on our docket, plenty of good basketball to watch tomorrow, which, if you can dual screen something, get a good setup going, watch playoff football in some of these games, I would highly, highly recommend it. That is going to be Arizona visiting Washington State. Arizona is 8-point favorites in this one. 9.5, my bad. Arizona 9.5-point favorites against Washington State. Washington State's 7-9 against the spread. I think I'm going to just trust the math here and go with Arizona. Good spot to jump back up the rankings here with everybody in front of them losing essentially. So I'm going to go ahead and take Arizona with the points.
That's a good bet, Ty. I like that. Give me Arizona minus 9.5.
Riding that as well.
I will squad ride it with the boys.
I know I said that was our last game, but if you guys can at 7:30, I know NFL is going to be on Peacock, but Alabama, Mississippi State at Mississippi State, it's a coin flip game, minus 110, minus 110 on that one, with Mississippi State being plus 1.5. So be on the lookout for that game. That could be interesting. Could be some fireworks.
One last thing I wanted to bring up before I got into this next ad read. Caitlin fucking Clark. Holy hell. If you didn't see it, and god damn it, the shot should have counted. The girl pulled up from half court while literally getting manhandled, and drained the three. As soon as it left her hand, she turned around to the ref and said, "Count it." Started waving her hands and said, "Count it." She didn't see it even go in the hoop, but god damn it, it did from half court. So,
Yes, she's a dog.
Can I say an unpopular opinion?
oh god.
Cole, be careful with these next few words you're about to say.
Can I say a very unpopular opinion?
Let's hear it.
Toodle.
I think she's kind of hot. Am I the
No,
only one?
God, no. You're sick.
I would get crossed up, lay my ass on the floor, and she would hit a three right in my face, and I think I might pull a chub, if I'm gonna be honest.
We get this dude
Alrighty.
off the podcast next
I'm
week.
just saying,
He comes
I'm
back
just
after
saying.
3 weeks and says this
This
shit.
episode is
dog.
sponsored by Bam Bam.
Can you
Bonk.
use that as the clip as Caitlin Clark hot question mark?
Bonk.
Get a
Horny-
picture
go-
of Cole's
you're in
head
horny jail.
and take a sticker of
I'm
Bam
always
Bam
there
going
anyways.
like this.
I don't want to
do
hear
you
about
guys
horny
see
jail
she
with
has-
you fucking boys.
She has her own cereal out right now. If one of you guys up in Iowa could grab me a box at Hy-Vee, I'd appreciate it.
Yes, same. I
There's
think I
a-
might.
There's a limit of 2 per customer, by the way. So
I'm gonna
Well,
get some.
if you can
We're gonna
find
have
box-
a Max Tavern mukbang. So just
If
be
you
on the
can-
lookout for that.
if you can find me one, go ahead and get me one, boys.
I'll take a look around for you.
Ethan, get us into this next section here.
Absolutely. Hey there, sports fans. Are you tired of the same old boring shirts? Well, we've got something exciting for you. Introducing the Tavern Sports Pocket Tee, where style meets passion for the game. Whether you're a diehard fan or just love the camaraderie of sports, Tavern Sports has you covered, literally. The best part, because you're listening to Show Me the Money, you can use the code $, and you get 15% off today.
That is $4.
So what are you waiting for? Head over to tavern-sports.square.site right now and evaluate your game day and sorry, I can't speak.
Wow.
Head over to tavern-sports.square.site right now and elevate your game day experience. Tavern Sports, beer, betting, sports.
It's in the
Locks of the
game.
week. Locks of the week. It's that time.
Oh fuck, boys.
It's that time.
Oh, fuck, boys.
Ready?
I got
I'm giving you mine right away. Kansas City and whoever the fuck they played. Give me the under.
You
that's
fucking asshole.
you
The
can still
Dolphins.
pick it. Yeah, the Dolphins.
I
You can
can't.
still pick it. But god damn it, that is the easiest pick out there.
It is a good line. I like that, Ethan. What's the actual number on that? Do we
Give me
have
the
it?
Browns minus two
so-
and a half.
I got it earlier today at 44. But I would still take it at 43.5. I would take it at 33.5, honestly. Like that's the Buffalo Bills. I would expect that one to go over 33.5 more than I would expect this one to go over 33.5. It's going to be way too cold. You're not going to be able to throw. You're not going to be able to catch. You're not going to want to hit anybody. Give me the under of the full game. Sure, let's go 43.5.
Cole, where are you taking us?
Oh. Fuck it. Give me San Diego State plus 3.5 against New Mexico. Bring a little college basketball action in there.
I like it.
Yeah.
It works.
I love it. Park, let's hear it.
I want the Browns
Parker.
minus 2.5.
You disgusting human being.
You just made
That
me
is
puke a little bit.
that is
Give me the Browns minus 2.5.
that is a little sickening, buddy.
Thank me later, folks.
Ethan, I'm sorry. I gotta find this fucking game because I gotta get the line.
Jesus.
I found it earlier.
Coming
I loved it.
unprepared.
No, it's because I've been scrolling through the.
I'm
sports
unprepared
book.
every fucking week, dude. I make my pick 3 seconds before I make it.
I know,
Wanna
but
know though?
I have to find it.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Make sure we get the right line.
I like your
boys.
bet, Cole.
Thanks.
Good bet. It's a good bet. Good bet.
God damn it. Where did it go? Do we have Josh's and Clark's yet? Did they
We
find
have
anything?
Clark's.
Clark sent his. Clark went with the Rams money line at plus 138.
Some stupid value.
He is sick for that as well, but I don't hate it. So, Josh did not send his. We will likely have to just post when we post it. You'll see it up. I will try and work on that this after recording this podcast. But Clark did send his Rams money line plus 138. I found
All
it.
right, boys. I finally found it. Ethan, I'm sorry you're not
Ready for this
a good
D3
chunk of
school
that
pick?
out. It's not D3. We're
Oh
D1.
no, it's golf. We're going back to golf.
No, not golf. We're staying in college basketball, but before I drag you guys into those weeds, we got to have our teaser for the week. Okay? Miami up to 11.5. Buffalo down to 3 against Pittsburgh. Detroit from -3 to +4. The Eagles from -3 to +4. The Browns from -2 to +5. And the Cowboys from -7 down to money line. That's a 6-leg, 7-point teaser for plus 350. As far as college basketball goes, we talked about I'm going to do a bounce back parlay here. That's Houston coming off a loss, Arizona not coming off a loss, Tennessee coming off a loss, Kansas coming off of the loss against and then facing Oklahoma, and NC State getting a win at Louisville on the road after a loss. That's 5 legs for plus 405. And now the game of all games. On the money line, Old Dominion is 3-12 this year. And Coastal Carolina is 2-11. This is a movable object against a stoppable force. Nobody knows what's going to happen here. I do, though. Give me Coastal Carolina money line, 2-11. It's the best time to get to 3-11 if I've ever seen it. Give me Coastal Carolina money line tomorrow at 2:30. We're starting off hot this year, boys. We're dragging you into the weeds every week for these locks.
Yet again,
No
This is about as
No
this is
fighting
about
camels.
as deep as you can go. No, Campbell's not a good line this week. So give me Coastal Carolina money line against Old Dominion at 2:30 tomorrow afternoon.
yet again, Ty
Nobody
with
will be
the,
watching that
Betting
game.
on a school from Chicago, eh?
yet again, Ty hitting the most degenerate bet of the week. Nobody's surprised by that at all. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Show Me the Money. Get those bets in. Definitely bet the under of everything in that Kansas City Chiefs game and the Miami Dolphins game. We will see you on the next one. Show me the money!
Show